Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 28 of Digital Blackface. It's your boy Poe. I'm here with my man Thomas Sweeney. He decided to he decided to show up today and talk about the Suicide Squad with us. We're also here with Amy and my friend Anna. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? It's the boy
Hello.
Sween.
So before we start, everyone here has watched Suicide Squad, right?
Yes.
Yes. I actually thought the movie was good.
I mean, like, good on its own or like good for like a DC movie?
Good for a DC movie.
Oh, really? Not
I
good on its
enjoyed it a
own?
lot.
Like I thought it was like for like it's like a niche little movie that no matter how many times you say it's bad, it's got a bunch of good elements that make it okay. But I thought the movie was good.
Okay, okay. Oh, so Tom, what you're saying?
I liked it a lot. I liked it. I enjoyed Idris Elba, of course. It's like one of my favorite actors.
I
I was
mean,
very happy that it wasn't Harley Quinn centric. It made me really happy because I'm fucking over her. I just can't stand that character anymore.
I can't believe they killed Mr. Boomerang.
no, okay, that kind of got me. I was like, bro, how are you gonna kill Captain Boomerang? Like he brought so much to
He
like the
brought so
whole.
much to this table.
He brought a lot to the table. Okay, like I mean, sure, but once you shoot a bullet, it's gone. That bullet is gone. A boomerang will always come back, and he had boomerang superpowers too. You saw the way the boomerang was glowing.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Killing Captain Boomerang made me happy. I was like, fuck this dude. He has a boomerang, like that's so much. Oh, best part of the movie, Pete Davidson's death in the beginning.
Oh no,
Best part of the
he
movie.
freaking bit. I did not expect him to
He's
die
the
that
mole
quick.
rat.
Like, bro, his face just disappeared.
I loved it. It was fantastic. I loved seeing his head jump off his body.
jump jump off his body. Oh my god. Like that scene was.
Guys, we're here. Gets fucking murked.
No, okay, he was an idiot though. Like if you're gonna betray someone, you don't do it when they're right behind you with guns pointing at your back.
Happy he died. I was happy he died. I was happy he's in the movie such a short time. It made me it very much so excited me, and I was like, yes, I'm glad. I'm glad he's gone.
Okay, to be
I'm glad
honest,
they actually killed characters this time, because
True.
Suicide Squad 2016 had like 2 characters die in it that were like actually Suicide Squad characters.
I mean, look, to be honest, I'm not gonna count Slipknot as a character because he didn't say a single word. He did not say You're not a character if people forget about you the second you're gone.
Yeah,
That's true.
He was a plot device just to show the bombs.
exactly.
The only
He was.
character that died was the character that was so strong he should not have died anyway.
What were we
Like
talking about?
the Diablo. He turned into a full-on Aztec
Oh,
god.
Diablo. Yeah, that was dumb. Suicide Squad 2016. Look, I just don't think. I think very recently DC found their footing. They finally understood what they're doing and how they're gonna approach it. Because I think they kind of figured it out with Wonder Woman. They had an idea of like, oh, this movie is gonna not be a superhero movie. It's gonna be kind of a war set piece involving a superhero character. And this is this is gonna be a sort of coming of age comedy with a superhero character. And then now in this movie, I feel this is going to be a hyper violent kind of mashup that happens to have superhero characters. I think they're figuring out like each way they're gonna take everything, because I feel like Marvel has gotten like a strong arm on like, this is a superhero movie. These are superhero movies look and how they feel, because they're all kind of like because I think the most unique Marvel movie was Winter Soldier. I think that was like a very much so. This movie is about like spy espionage and like a huge big plot, but it also happens to have superhero characters.
True.
And then everything after Guardians, other than I guess Spider-Man, was just Guardians again. Everything was just Guardians afterwards.
Yeah.
The same kind of story.
You know what? No, I think the big problem with like the MCU was that once they got into like a groove, they stuck to that groove. You know?
Yeah, too hard.
And
way too hard.
Every character sounded the same. Every movie kind of felt the same. Like you can't really even say that for the even like before this movie, like DC was just like kind of all over the place in tone. Like Man of Steel tried to be hopeful and like Jesus-y, and then Batman versus Superman was a lot darker, and like even with the Suicide Squad Ayer cut, I mean not the Ayer cut, but like with all the different reshoots and changes, like it was tonally different from like all the other DC movies. We can't say that the MCU's tried that. Like once they got a groove, they stuck to it.
And I think that's inherently problematic, personally, because I think what makes every character so good in Marvel is that the variety of the people they are. You know, like Spider-Man aspires to Captain America, but he isn't Captain America.
Yeah.
You know, Iron Man is a genius, like T'Challa's a genius, like Reed Richards is a genius, like Hank Pym's a genius, but they're not the same kinds of people. They can all meet cordially on like the idea of they're all scientists, but they're not the same kind of guy. Tony's brash. Tony's kind of like in your face, hotshot. Reed Richards is very introspective and quiet and kind of almost robotic. Hank Pym is very emotional and a woman beater. and then there's freaking
no, like yes, we get it. That Hank Pym is always funny to me. Okay, so like the thing about like I mentioned before, do you remember what was your opinion on Harley in this movie? Like just Harley in general.
She had the best scene in the movie, I'd say.
Honestly,
that whole like scene when she was murdering everybody, and then like it showed how her perspective saw it, how she's crazy. So it's like flowers and a medley of other crazy things going on.
You know what? No, like this movie had like the craziest Harley scenes, but like I think it had the best Harley acting because Harley didn't overact. Like in the Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, she was definitely overacting.
Birds of Prey. I didn't like Birds of Prey because I'm just kind of over her as a character, so I didn't really notice her overacting. But I know in this one she was just kind of like not as annoying. But I think it was because it was less of her being a focal point.
Like okay, in Birds of Prey, like there was overacting. Like they made like her getting a sandwich like almost a whole subplot, and like she was talking to the sandwich, and like Birds of Prey was kind of a mess. I tried to like it like really because I watched it with some of my friends. Amy was there when we watched it, but it was just like bro, like they didn't know what they were doing with these characters. Like Harley can beat up a whole police station, but then she can't beat one drunk Latina woman.
That's true.
That's true. It was just really, but honestly, the Suicide Squad best DC movie in my opinion so far.
So far, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's definitely number one.
Like someone said it's the best movie since Dark Knight, and I'm gonna say this right now. I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I've never liked the Dark Knight movies.
I respect them as films.
Exactly, I do that. I respect them.
They are good films, like actually, like fundamentally. I don't really like realistic hero movies.
Thank you.
I don't like the realism of it. Like my roommate Chris Reagan he's super into Sam Raimi Spider-Man. And I think Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is a really bad depiction of Peter Parker.
Okay, look. Let me just say something. Like I like Sam Raimi. I grew up with Sam Raimi, and they were great.
And I love those movies too.
Yes, I love the movies. But if I were to choose the Spider-Man that I think, like after seeing everything the MCU has done to Spider-Man, after seeing all of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, I'm going to have to admit I think Andrew Garfield brought the most to Spider-Man.
Okay, so okay. Ooh, this is tough. Okay. Spider-Man is my absolute favorite superhero. He's my favorite fictional character, I think. And I love Sam Raimi's kookiness. Sam Raimi makes it it's very old, like Silver Age, Bronze Age Spider-Man, where like it's like, oh, this is kind of comical and corny and campy. And then there's the Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is very similar to the Ultimate Universe Peter Parker, actually.
Wait,
People don't want to give him his credit for that, but he is very close to that.
Wait,
Because Peter's more of like a weirdo.
You would say Ultimate Peter Parker? Because in my opinion, he was like he seemed very modern Dan Slott Peter Parker.
I would say because he's in high school.
Okay, true.
I would
that's
say
fair.
he's more ultimate because he was a little more brash. He was kind of strange in like the 2000s kid, like no one understands me kind of way.
Okay, I give
So
you that.
I had like a very serious ultimate vibe, and he was actually very good at Spider-Man. People don't want to admit that, but when he had the costume
No.
on, I hate the costume with all my heart. The blue and red fingers are disgusting.
Okay, but
But
what do you think? Like for the Amazing Spider-Man, you have to admit, like the movements, the web swinging, the speed. That was like peak Spider-Man.
it was better than it's better than anything as I don't know. I would say into the not into Spider-Verse, Far From Home, the whole entire fight scene when he has with Mysterio on that bridge. That's amazing to me. I love that scene. Because that's the most Spider-Man we've seen Spider-Man be, you know.
True.
Him using his abilities, him like dodging bullets and like just being insanely cool.
Okay, but back to the Suicide Squad. Okay, guys.
We're gonna end up in Marvel. You
Yes, we
can't
are.
end up there too long.
Yes, true. Who was your favorite character?
Oh, King Shark. King Shark easily.
Okay, Anna, who was yours?
It probably. I really liked King Shark, but also fucking Polka Dot Boy. Oh, what is his
Polka Dot Man.
I
Yeah.
loved that character so much. I loved
He
how
was really
weird
funny.
it was. Like the mom scenes were like
Oh, the mom scene.
perfect.
The mom scene was like the dancing when he was dancing with his mom. Oh my
Yep.
god, that was beautiful.
And the scene, the end scene with the mom as Starro, and that was just good. It was just good. It was well done.
Oh my
His death was so telegraphed, but I did really like him a lot too.
You know what?
I was like, yeah, he's about to die.
You know what I thought would have made his death better? If like at the very end he would have been the one to like put all his polka dots through the eye, and then Starro fell over on him as he was celebrating.
Yeah, it was weird that
did that polka dot guy dirty. He was like gonna be the hero of the movie, and then he got fucking squashed.
He did get fucking squashed.
His soon as he showed his ability to hurt, I was like, he's gonna die right now.
Yeah,
I was like, he's gonna die because he's gonna be able to kill it by himself. And then he died, and I was like, nice. Or the scene when he woke up beside freaking Bloodsport, and Bloodsport's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And he went off into a corner and threw up colors.
That was honestly that one was kind of perfect in my opinion.
That was I've loved Bloodsport too. I love Idris Elba. He's just a good like grizzled guy. And then Jack Flag's death really made me sad.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not Jack Flag.
Rick
John
Flag.
Rick
Flag.
Yeah.
Flag. There you go. Jack Flag's from Marvel.
Wait, there's a Jack Flag in Marvel?
Yeah, Jack Flag is the Let me explain. He is also an enhanced super soldier, sort of like Captain America, but not quite. He's a person that wears like the bandana of the American flag on his face.
To be honest, there's so many Marvel characters with like flag tattoos, flag masks, like they all kind of like run together in my head.
Yeah, I only really know about two of them, and that's the only flag I know about him, and I know about Steve Rogers. That's about it. Every other character with a flag is kind of like, oh, you're just not Captain America.
True. You know what? One of my favorite like nationalistic characters is like the Colonel Iraq from like the Ultimate Marvel. Like he had like a lightsaber. It was beautiful. No wait. Oh, but before yeah, like he just called the Colonel, but I call him Captain Iraq.
I love it.
But like he had a lightsaber, and they even made a joke about someone calling him Darth Maul. But yeah, like Captain America just like killed him in his like first real appearance, but he put up a good fight. But like
classic.
Yeah, back to Suicide Squad, like the most underrated character, in my opinion, underrated actor was the one who did Polka Dot Man's mom.
Yeah.
She was great. Like she did so many she did the most costume changes of everyone in this movie.
Absolutely.
Like, and it was worth it. It was honestly worth it in my opinion. Ugh, that this movie is just so much about it. It's just epic.
The part where he said, "Fucking Starro the Conqueror is your mom."
That was hilarious, and he just freaking shot polka dots that disintegrate people at him. That was so fantastically placed.
Like his power is just tragically perfect because he's a walking disintegration beam. But if he doesn't vomit them up every twice a day, he just dies. That's some like he's badass but weak at the same time. It's like
Yeah, perfect.
I'm sad that he's never coming back though.
He's gone. He's gone. It's really sucky. It's really sucky because growing up as a comic book fan, no one's ever gone. You know, the comic characters aren't gone. They're like, oh, this guy's going to show back up during the next like small retcon. But
In the movies, not
having
so
the
much.
MCU lately has been like, you know what? People are just going to die. That's
Yeah,
it. I got to be okay with
I
that.
still can't believe they tried to get rid of Harley on that fucking like Suicide Squad version of Omaha Beach. Just
No, look. I was thinking like, okay, why would Waller put Rick Flag and Harley on Rick Flag, Harley, and Boomerang on that beach? Like
and then they were like, "Yo, you gotta go save Rick Flag." And
like yeah, he did a good job before. Like you admitted it was for a diversion. You wanted them to die, and
Yeah.
I thought about it. Considering how they kind of fucked Waller over last time, like, and the fact that also Rick Flag would never. She knew Rick Flag would not let that thing go. Would not let those that data go if he found out what it was about. So she definitely set him up to die.
Absolutely.
Goddamn,
Waller's the worst. I hate Amanda Waller so much.
She's
Bro.
so well done
I-
though.
Like
She's so
can't
well acted. Yeah,
believe
perfectly.
that I still can't believe that just
Amy,
the fucking Peacemaker just
he killed
I don't
him.
know.
He killed him with the piece of toilet.
Yeah.
Like even if he
It's just not, like,
survived,
the whole Peacemaker thing is so dumb.
wait, like his suit, his costume.
No, like he was just like cannon fodder for the story development. That's all it was.
No, I mean that's literally Peacemaker's character. Like, let me tell you, like this guy, it's in his backstory that he's literally insane. Like his dad was like worked with the Nazis, and he decided he was going to grow up and be all about peace. He was going to be a diplomat. He was going to bring about world peace by talking about it. Then he realized, oh wait, talking's not going to work. I'm just going to kill everyone who stands in the way of me bringing peace to the world.
He's really bananas. He's
Yeah,
batshit.
like he's
He's
like
nuts.
John Cena and James Gunn described him as literally a douchebag Captain America.
Makes sense.
And he's also like
Makes-
literally like Captain America style, strong and like fast. Because you saw how he threw Rick Flag. Like you don't throw a grown man like across a room like that unless you're like on some super soldier serum or whatever.
Yeah, being thrown. Yeah, like that would instantly kind of pacify me if I get thrown across the room.
Look, if you
Even
throw
if I
me
hit
across
something
a room,
soft, I'll be like, "Oh, crazy! I'm out of here," and I'd run away.
look, if you throw me across a room, I'm just gonna pretend I'm dead. I'm going to pretend I'm dead. Because if you can pick me up and throw me, you could probably also break my neck pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm not messing with people with super strength. I don't do that.
Okay. Unpopular opinion
Oh,
about this
no,
movie.
wait. Okay, let's hear it.
Unpopular opinion about this movie. What's your most unpopular opinion about this movie?
I didn't like the Harley scenes. Like
Which-
I liked the one where she's shooting everyone in the like hallway scene. That's really good. But I felt like the rest of the Harley Quinn scenes, I just knew she wasn't gonna die, so it didn't like impact the story enough. For
Okay,
me.
look, Harley was the only one we knew that wasn't gonna die. Like people
Yeah,
love her
she just
too much.
had too much plot armor for me.
Look, any movie where Harley shows up, you know that's a Harley movie for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah, I would agree.
Wait,
I
how
didn't-
many
I
times
didn't-
has Harley Quinn actually died in the comics? That's the real question.
I don't think she's
I don't
actually
know.
ever died once.
I mean,
You'll fuck when you don't like the plot armor of like Harley Quinn in the movie, but Harley Quinn literally just never dies in general.
I
No,
Yeah.
can't
no,
think of a way she dies. I think she might have died like once, and I
no,
think Ivy might have brought her back. But that could be a reach. I'm not exactly sure.
no.
I
There
don't
is
follow the
literally
Cold Gotham Squad too much.
there is literally a comic called Deceased where a dark side uses his
Mhm.
powers to like bring about like a super zombie apocalypse on Earth. And even Superman becomes a zombie. Even the Flash becomes a zombie. Harley Quinn is one of the only survivors left on Earth. That is how
Yeah.
big her plot armor is.
Yeah.
She's crazy, dude. She's also like not. She's relatively new.
I mean,
I guess
she's
'cause
like
she's
90s.
from
She's like the 90s, yeah.
She's from the 90s, so she's
Yeah.
like relatively new to most. Because she came about after the animated series, right? Because she was from the animated series first, and
Yes,
she came
yeah.
about after that. So I guess she's only been around for like now 30 years, but that's not that long comic book wise, I guess. Especially for DC characters.
Okay, her first canon appearance was literally October 1999.
Really?
Yeah. That's her the first time Yeah. She's younger than me. She's younger than me. That's the first time she ever experienced she was ever in a canon DC comic book. And her canon DC comic was Batman Harley Quinn #1.
She was super popular, dude. I understand the popularity. I don't like anything that's attached to Joker, really. But I respect her popularity, and she is fun because she's like, you never know what you're gonna get with the Harley Quinn. It's like a bag. It's like Deadpool, you know. I don't really like Deadpool very much, but I understand why people like the character.
Okay, look, other than Harley Quinn, the character that like I'm gonna say that I felt was a bit to me was what's it called? What's her name? Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher. I liked Ratcatcher.
No, I liked her, but I was like, you know what? Like they could do more. Like she's just clearly like almost every movie has like a soft character that you're supposed to care about.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was clearly this for this movie. Was clearly her part. And I'm like, I get it. I like her as a character, but like you could actually make her more of a bad guy because I know she's not gonna die.
That's true.
Like the only thing she did was use rats. Like the reason she was in jail was because she used rats to rob a bank. Like she wasn't even at the place. She didn't threaten anybody. She just like used them to get money. Like that's not like, come on, that's not a villain thing. You're just like, I mean, I get it. It's like it's a criminal thing, but she's not like a villain. You know?
That's true.
Like if she died, people would feel sad.
I would have definitely I think they could have done a better job with her but I enjoyed how there was always one because in the first one was there one person that wasn't fucked up. It was a Diablo, right? He was kind of like the
no, he killed his family. Guy. He killed his family.
But he didn't do it on purpose, right?
I mean, he did it because he was angry, and he didn't mean to do it, but he still did it.
Okay. So there's always like that one person that's like, oh, this person isn't the most fucked up guy on the planet. So I guess she was the kind of like the empathized one, other than Bloodsport, because I guess Bloodsport was like trying to do it for his daughter.
I guess in the first movie it would be Katana, but did Katana even do anything in that movie?
Did she stab the thing? Did she finish off killing Enchantress or whatever her name was?
No. I think Harley
Diablo, right?
Harley used the sword to do it. Harley used her sword to do it.
Yes, so no, not even that. All she did was have a sword that could steal souls. That's it.
And she also cried about it. Well, no, I think she only cried in the trailer, but in the actual movie, I don't think they kept that scene. No,
the first one was such a disaster of a movie.
The first one was a disaster. The first one was a mess. So bad. They tried to shove all the characterization into like those little starter screens where they showed the information, or like when they had that little bar moment. I'm like, dude, like you're not family because you had one meeting in a bar.
That's true.
Before you died.
It's way less cool than it was supposed to be. They just didn't do it right. I don't think they had the right vision. They were like, let's just like make this action movie and then they were like, "Oh, we don't know how to make this action movie." I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys clearly don't."
No, I think like David Ayer knew what he was doing. David Ayer knew what he was doing, but like they did so many reshoots and edits. Like
They like took all of his filming and chopped it up, put it in a blender, and like put something out that like wasn't what the original
like
director wanted at
like
all.
you could tell how many times they did like they changes by just looking at the logo of the original Suicide Squad. They changed it like
True.
4 times. Okay,
They just
the thing is, look, no, someone just said, dude, the whole Bloodsport suddenly caring about his kid really didn't stick to me in the movie. Like he doesn't care about his. How do I put this? He
he
does.
did not care about his kid, but that's his kid, you know. Like I get like, oh, this guy is an asshole to his daughter, but that's still his daughter, you know. Like most people, like even if you don't like your parents, you know, you still kind of love your parents.
Exactly, and it's not
That's
like
just kind of a thing.
it's not like he was like, oh, Mr. Rogers, I love my daughter so much. No, like he just didn't want her to go into Belle Reve and die because
Yeah,
he's
like
there.
that's still
He
his
knows
kid.
he knows how fucked up the people are. He doesn't. He
The
just
reason
didn't
they're
want her to
probably
go to
not
jail
fucked
and
up for
die.
him, yeah, the reason they're not fucked up for him is because like he's him. You
Yeah,
know,
like
like people probably don't want to fuck with him,
if you have
but
the
his
balls to
daughter is
shoot
a little
Superman,
girl.
I don't think you really care that much about some regular dude, especially when you can kill a man with one hit.
That's true. They all did that. They one hit people and killed them.
Like they really felt like friends in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like they felt like they were only around each other for like 48 hours, but they actually liked each other.
I liked the idea of Bloodsport also knowing what you call it, Rick Flag.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that. So like they had like proper chemistry because they had like a whole like there was a snippet where they showed them like laughing and drinking and like and also them going after Harley. Like and he was like, "Look, I know when he gets like this, we're just gonna have to do it."
Mm.
And that was properly cool, you know. And I do like the banter they had because it was more the thing between the thing between Peacemaker and Bloodsport being pretty much the same guy was really cool. So I enjoyed all of that. I just didn't really want there to be another just, oh, this guy's really good at shooting person.
I mean, they were really good at shooting, but in very different ways. I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole Transformer gun suit thing was cool,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, it's true.
Peacemaker was just like he was brutal with it. It was like how do I put it?
He was like, bigger bullet make bigger wounds, go burr.
Yeah. He blew that guy up. He shot that guy in the stomach and he popped. And I was like, oh, Jesus.
Like when I saw that, I was like, wait, that's the bullet from Luke Cage,
Yeah. The one that digs into you.
and then explodes. Oh God, that reminds me. I hate that we're not getting Luke Cage season 3.
Luke Cage, man. That show was so cool. Being a Jamaican man, I really like season 2. I was very into season 2, but I understand why it fell off. I'm very upset that we're not getting any more Daredevil because Daredevil was fantastic.
See, I have not watched a single episode of Daredevil yet.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, like I haven't even finished season 1 of Jessica Jones. All I watched was Luke Cage season 1 and 2.
You didn't finish Daredevil?
I didn't. I didn't
Oh
even
my
start. I didn't even
god.
start Daredevil, to be honest.
It's amazing.
Okay,
It is an amazing, amazing, amazing,
I will
amazing,
give it a
amazing
watch. I
show.
promise. I will give it a watch. I will give it a watch. Okay. Suicide Squad again. Do you think that, like, considering how,
Either
like,
give it a watch or I send you to my, German approved concentration camp.
aren't you
Oh
Swedish?
no.
Or
I'm not Swedish.
I mean,
for the
I'm
last-
Swiss. You're Swiss, right?
the Germans took over Switzerland like
I-
pretty easily.
I don't believe
Didn't
that.
even. I don't think we even put up a fight.
I mean, you are Swiss. That makes sense.
Oh, that was oof. I agree, but oof.
Okay. Do you think, like, considering how, like, apparently the Suicide Squad's not doing great in theaters, do you think that they're gonna make more movies like this?
I hope. But I don't know.
Tom, what do you think?
I hope they would. I feel like that was very, very good. I think that's a very that seems like a very profitable thing to do because DC has not been doing like the best at box offices. Excuse me, had to yawn there. But show wise, like Doom Patrol and freaking
That reminds
Harley
me, I gotta
Quinn,
watch Doom Patrol. I gotta watch Doom
it's
Patrol.
really good, dude. I was skeptical at first, and I started watching it recently, and it's awesome. Really, really, really funny show. And they do a really good job with Cyborg. Like I was like, oh wow, Cyborg has like only been cool when I was like a little kid, but now I enjoy him. I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty badass.
You know, talking about Cyborg, the thing that's really weird about like people's relationship with Cyborg, like a lot of black people on social media don't like Cyborg, like as a character, not even like the DCEU Cyborg. And I'm like, what's wrong with him? It's like he's half robot and half black. I'm like, technically, I think he's all
What?
black, but just like his body,
He's a robot.
yeah,
He's part robotic.
yeah. I'm like, that doesn't make him that doesn't make him less than half black, right?
Look. Okay. As a black Latino man, the black community on Twitter, they're tripping often. Every community on Twitter trips, and the black community happens to be a community on Twitter that trips as well. And it's just like, bro,
No,
calm down. Everyone, calm down.
I love how yesterday all it took was for the census to come out for like a bunch of the black community to go full on. They will not replace us. Like I was just like, you guys, this like the black community didn't go down as like in numbers. It's just more Latinos and Asian people have come into the country.
It's I can't. I stay away from it. I don't like seeing things that I fight for in a bad light. So I just kept my distance from that stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay here while you guys go over there and play hopscotch or whatever.
Like there's more black people than ever in this country. We're not being replaced.
It's a lot of dumb arguments, a lot of dumb stuff.
Oh, wait.
I could talk for hours about a lot of problems within several communities. Particularly the two ones that I'm a part of. I'll stay there.
Did you think Starro was too weak in this movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
Dude got fucking folded by rats.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Starro is a Justice League level threat.
I think that this one was just a baby though. Because remember 30 years ago, what was it? Was it 30 or 40 years ago? He was just literally a baby. He was like the size of a human.
That's true. I didn't like. Well, okay. This is my. My comic book side coming out. My very much so being a comic book nerd thing. But what happens is like Starro, when he detaches from you, and you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
You can
yes,
shock him, and you'll like if you electrocute Starro, that's his weakness. He'll let go of you, and you'll be fine. You'll be back to normal. Like I remember that from Batman Beyond, and I remember it from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So what I didn't like was the fact when they took the Starros off. Like obviously you can't pry it off, but when they took them off,
they died.
And I was like, I don't like that. Because I understand it's the theme of the movie, but that's a lot of casualties, dude.
It is.
And that would bring the league there.
I mean, the thing
that
is,
would absolutely bring the league there. That'd bring a bunch of people to like, why did this whole island pretty much die?
I mean, the thing is, they took care of it in less than 30 minutes, to be honest.
That's true. But that would still draw the attention of like the league, you know?
I mean, yeah, it was on TV.
Like that wouldn't be something that would happen. Like that's why that's why I'm very weird. I'm just weird about comic book stuff that they try to make realistic. It just feels strange. It's supposed to be fantastic, you know? Like it's supposed to be, you can have an era realism like the Ultimate Universe did. Ultimate Universe is very like more gritty and like how things happened, and like Peter Parker was like, you know, more of a real kid than he was in that one. Even though he is pretty realistic, and Miles' personality is realistic. There, in the Ultimate Universe, there was a very serious layer of like, this is like real shit going on. Whereas like real presidential bullshit, like real politics, this stuff like that. But I like that because you have to in a universe you have to have other characters correspond with other characters.
You know,
Because they exist in a universe where there's a bunch of people like them that do shit sort of like the way they do.
like the thing is about Starro, I think like for the design for Starro in this one, or at least how he functions, well, not so much how he functions, but if you go back to like post-crisis DC, if you look at like the back of the Starros, like it has like uh
Mhm.
sharp like pincers that dig into your face.
Yeah.
And like looking at it right now, I'm like, that thing should kill you. Like I didn't question it when it just fell off your face and you were fine. But like now that I'm looking at the picture for like the old Starro and now like the rebirth or the New 52 design, like yeah, that thing should definitely like hurt your face at least a little bit. Like maybe if they had
I
like
think it more just latches on.
yeah, like maybe if they had like maybe if they had like left it that if you left it on your face for a long time, you would end up dead. And if it was only on you for a little bit, you would be fine. That would be cool, but you know.
Holy crap! No, that thing is. Oh, okay. So yeah, post crisis, it looks very different. New Earth one is different as well because the Starro has like those weird pincers that latch into your face.
Yeah.
And then it has the mouth, and I'm pretty sure like every alien it injects something into your mouth, and then like that's how it takes control of you.
Okay.
But I understand because the older one has like little stuff. I'd assume they'd be suction cups if it's gonna take over you.
True.
But it depends.
Jesus Christ. You know what? The thing about like this movie, it I feel like certain characters weren't given as much attention as they should have.
Like who?
Okay. First one, I feel like Polka Dot Man should have had a bigger moment before he died. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Polka Dot Man should have had a bigger moment before he died. Bloodsport should have been able to do more with his guns.
Yeah, the gun should have been more viable, definitely.
Let's see what else.
King Shark is a shark. We needed more of that.
King Shark is a shark. King Shark was honestly perfectly well done, and I don't need any more. Yeah, this is stupider than he's ever been in comics or TV or any depiction of him. But I liked it. I'm gonna stick with it. It's okay. I'm good with it.
Yeah, he was the Groot. He was the Groot of that movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Let's see. Who else? What else about this movie that kind of got to me? Okay, yeah. The thing that got to me was that they hit Amanda Waller on the head, and Amanda Waller just let it go.
Yeah.
Like the old Amanda Waller literally killed her old crew just for being there and knowing what she did.
Yeah, that.
Getting Amanda Waller is the best thing.
I think she might have gotten demoted though. I think she might have gotten demoted though.
Like I was like, Waller would have killed them.
Yeah, Waller would have. They would have all been like brutally just killed.
They'd have been executed. She
like
definitely like murdered all of them.
Like if you think about it though, I think it makes sense because in the old movie she had like a bigger setup. She had more power. Belle Rev was a full on black site. No one knew where it was. But in this movie, it seems like Belle Rev got like brought into the prison system, and she got most of her power taken away because like the last time was a fuck up.
That's very true.
Enchantress was her baby, and she kind of fucked up a whole city with her because she was not careful. So maybe she just got demoted and she can't kill off people that piss her off anymore.
Because that was pretty nuts that they hit her in the head. And I was like, okay, they hit her in the head. And she's going to wake up and kill them, right? And nope, she just woke up. And I'll be like, you definitely have to quit afterwards.
I mean, look, like, I would not state, look, I would not state what, the thing is, if you quit, she could just arrange your death though.
She can do it if you work there too. Like death is on the way. Like no matter how you slice it.
If you maintain if you still manage to be useful to her, she won't get rid of you yet. But if you leave, she could probably just arrange someone to kill you.
That's a lot. It's just a lose-lose.
It is a lose-lose. But damn, I do love Amanda Waller. Like I hate her, but like I love her character.
Very true. She's super useful.
I do wish she was played by a fatter woman though.
She is she? Because I remember in a movie she was a chubby lady, like a
Like
big lady.
in the comics, she's called the Wall because she is like a massive black woman.
Jeez.
And I always like there's once I always loved that about Amanda Waller, that she was just like an intimidating big black woman who literally she does not care who you are. She just if you're useful, then that's it. But then if you're not, you die.
She is hilarious. She's hilariously brutal. I love how she blows. Like I think she, because I even like think like when they were like turning back to go get the information stuff like that, I think she would just blew their heads up. I like how like I like how she's like Batman in the sense that like she's very used, like she uses people like a lot of pawns, but
Mhm.
she's like, oh, I'll kill people. I don't have a problem doing that. Like I'll sleep perfectly fine knowing that I murdered you.
You know the weirdest thing that DC has ever done with Amanda Waller, other than making her skinny, um, during like the New 52, was like apparently she's dating Superman's boss. I mean Clark Kent's boss.
That is horrifying.
It is weird. It's very weird to me. I don't need to think about her kissing anybody.
That is that that that. Why do they change some things? You know, some things just leave them as is.
Yeah.
Just leave them the way they are. That's all I ask. That's all I ask of you.
Okay. Amy. Is Amy gone? Oh, Anna.
Yes.
Okay. So, if you could have them make a sequel to the Suicide Squad, which characters would you pick? Like,
Oh fuck. I see. I like when they just like take like the really like obscure like kind of D-list characters and throw them in a movie, because I mean at least with the Suicide Squad, like it's supposed to be like the Suicide Squad, like you're supposed to like think that at least all of those characters could die. That's why I didn't like Harley, was because I knew that like even she wasn't gonna die. I like having the idea that, like, at any moment, any of those characters could die. So I don't know. Just like some fucking random bullshit, like Polka Dot Man, but like even weirder.
I'm gonna be honest, the Suicide Squad in like the comics, specifically New 52 comics, has had some like ridiculous characters that you knew odds were they weren't gonna die. Like they had like Reverse Flash, they had like General Zod, they had
Yeah,
like
they had
this.
Zod. That was the craziest.
Like
one.
I was
What the
what's the
fuck?
point of the Suicide Squad when you have a literal man god running around? Like that guy's not gonna die.
My thing is, I want one of them. I like the idea of having the big guns on there. Like I would love seeing the League on the squad, and then one of them gets blown up. Like they blow up Hal Jordan's head. And you're like, bro, what the fuck?
Okay,
And
look,
everybody's just
no,
like,
no, we can't,
huh?
we can't kill. Look, Hal Jordan cannot be killed like that.
Like I
Like,
love Hal Jordan. He's my favorite DC character other than like Nightwing. But
wait,
that would set the precedent
wait,
from
pause,
like
pause, pause.
what?
I have never heard anyone say that before.
What, they love Hal Jordan?
No, that Hal Jordan is your favorite character.
I love Hal Jordan. He's amazing.
Like, he's my favorite Green Lantern, but like my favorite DC character, I can't say that.
Yeah, I went through the whole entire Jeff
My
Johns
favorite
like
DC
Wednesday
character,
thing.
Poe,
What's
is
yours?
Kilowog. That's it.
Okay,
Kilowog is my favorite DC character.
I have never heard anyone say that either.
I've never
And
heard
I'm
anyone say
talking about,
Kilowog's their favorite
in
character.
general,
Period.
not like fucking. Oh, like Kilowog is like a Green Lantern member. No, he is my favorite DC character.
Okay, can
My
you give
favorite
me?
is definitely Hal.
Can you give me like a specific reason why, Amy? Like, why is Kilowog your favorite?
It's Kilowog.
Okay, but that's not an answer.
That cool ass name, fucking funny alien speak, big guy go burr, literally Kilowog. That's it.
Oh, I guess. That's okay. Okay, my favorite DC
Everyone's
character.
like, no, Batman's my favorite character. No, Superman's my favorite character. Anybody me's like, Kilowog is my favorite.
Okay, look, my favorite DC character has always been Captain Atom for like the longest.
Captain Atom is super cool.
Yeah, Like I read, I think one of the first comics I ever read was the one where he got sent to like the Wildstorm universe and just like fucked everybody up for like the week he was there. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this guy is my favorite.
He beat the shit. He's fucking extraordinarily overpowered because it's just atoms. Like Captain Atom is one of those characters where it's like someone wrote this motherfucker, dog. Someone was like, "Yo, he can control atomic energy," and it's like,
No,
do
like
you know what that means?
they went from atomic energy to quantum energy. He went from controlling atoms to controlling the very underlying nature of the universe. And then New 52 just made him a full-on god, like time travel, recreation. I'm like, okay,
He's so overly. He's pretty much Dr. Manhattan. He's just like he's on par with like what Dr. Manhattan can do, I guess.
New 52 literally made him Dr. Manhattan.
And it's just like, bro, this guy is nuts. I've always liked Hal Jordan because I read the Sinestro Corps War. I read that whole like Jeff Johns story.
Oh, dope!
And I was like, oh, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest.
Like, okay, I got it. Like, props for that one. Props, because I've never. It's been a long time, and like seeing someone really like actually love Hal Jordan is like that made me feel cool.
Character. Because in his stories, like by inherent nature of the emotional spectrum, you're gonna get a lot of really good character moments and a lot of varying moments with the character. So that's why I feel like I really enjoyed him because in the story he dons every ring for a period of time.
Wait, didn't Kyle Rayner also do that?
Well, Kyle donned the white ring, which was all of the spectrum, which gave him the power of life. But Hal had the green ring on for a while. Then he also had the blue ring on for a while. Then he had the orange, the red, the pink one, and then like I think the other one is purple.
Oh yeah, they also have the ultraviolet ring too.
And the ultraviolet one is later on. And he like during the story because it was from 2006 to 2000. Like I think it was like 2012 or 2011, where it goes all the way from like the beginning of Rebirth, where he comes back and everybody's like, "Bro, last time we saw you, you were killing Green Lanterns," to all the way at the end of like when DC Rebirth started. So maybe 2015, maybe 14. So it was a long run, and I was like, "This character is so awesome." I wish more people talked about him.
You know what? Okay. So we're nearing an hour, so I just want to like finish up real quick. But like, you guys know the Rocksteady video game of the Suicide Squad they're working on, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna play.
But the Rocksteady D's nuts. Okay, that's gonna be the only D's nuts joke this entire stream.
Okay, hopefully.
Oh my god.
Okay, so like, Kill the Justice League. Like I think I want to play it, but like after watching the Suicide Squad, like their version of King Shark just feels too smart for me. Like I hate that the fact that James Gunn might have ruined King Shark for me.
I liked him being silly.
We still haven't got King Shark, I'm a Shark. Like literally, just make a King Shark movie and the title be King Shark, I'm a Shark. That's it.
Okay, like
funny.
They could make
People
like
watch that.
They could make like a short series or like a comic, and that would be very funny. Although basically, apparently they put out a comic, like a prequel comic for King Shark in the movie, and apparently
somebody said, "Wait a minute." Somebody said James Gunn needs to remake Batman. Dude, it wouldn't be any better if James Gunn. I think it would actually be worse.
I don't think James Gunn should do Batman versus
That's
Superman.
not his thing.
Yeah,
that's not his thing.
That is not.
You know who would do a really good job of that movie? I think though, Filoni. I think Dave Filoni could do it.
The Snyder Cut shit, but the Snyder Cut actually kind of like somewhat made the movie better.
It did. But
now,
look,
imagine if James Gunn developed it.
No, James Gunn does great ensemble movies, but I would not recommend like a movie like Batman vs Superman for James Gunn.
Yeah, it's not a movie for him. He could do Justice League, maybe.
Yeah, he could. Well, maybe not.
It would just be a running joke.
No, Justice League would not be good for James Gunn. I don't think, because
I think it would if he was allowed to take them different ways. Like if he was allowed to like embrace more, like if he was allowed to make Hal Jordan kind of a brash dickhead and make the Flash like kind of a freaking like speedster drunkie.
No,
Batman being a hyper dickhead.
He could do James Gunn could definitely do The Outsiders.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he could absolutely.
Like
He needs him to be
outsiders,
a little more ambiguous. That's very true.
Black Lightning, Vixen, Batman, a couple.
Wait. Which one are you? Were you talking about the outs? Because I thought outsiders. I thought like Red Hood's team.
Oh, Red. There's a lot of no. He has the Outlaws, Red Hood, and the Outlaws.
The Outlaws.
He could do that too. He could do a great Red Hood, like Red Hood, Artemis, Bizarro, Starfire.
Is it Shiva? Is she a part of that team or no?
I don't know if she was on that team. I actually don't know about that.
I'm gonna figure this out on Google. Continue your point, my friend.
Okay, yeah, but like I think James Gunn does best when he's doing characters that are technically not that well known, but also kind of dicks.
Yeah.
He's good at anti-heroes.
Yeah, he's great with anti-heroes.
He's really good at writing anti-heroes.
Because like
that's the Guardians. The Guardians are all a bunch of like kind of all assholes.
I just realized because like I was thinking of what he would do with Justice League, and I'm like, I don't feel like watching Superman be a dick.
Like, yeah, I like Superman a lot, and I don't like evil Superman very much. It's cool to see, but it makes me sad.
Like I would be cool with like watching Bizarro be a dick, or watching Red Hood be a dick, or even Starfire being a bit of a dick, just without realizing it. But
Starfire being a dick is like the best thing that you can think of.
I mean, look, because like Starfire, when she first got out of slavery, she was kind of a dick. It was only when she like mellowed out.
But granted, she had a pretty unfair experience where she was kind of a sex slave for a while.
I mean, she was more than a sex slave too. She was like a full-on slave. And then there was also that too, but
like I understand.
Really, the biggest take, Starfire was black coded, was actually the one that pissed me off so much.
She was black coded?
Like people, people keeps. There are so many viral tweets.
Her to being a sex slave is like actual 1800s black slavery. And
I'm actually.
What?
I could understand her being a black person, like if Starfire had black features, I could see that like making some sense to me.
Oh my god!
No, you could get a black actress to play her.
This person who wasn't even born yet was so fucking.
Oh, they did say she was based off Naomi. Naomi. I forget what her name is, but like, there's so many. There's so many.
Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, they said she was based off Naomi Campbell.
She wasn't even. She was like fucking what? 12?
10.
What? During like
she was 10.
Like, look,
Starfire's way before that. She's like from the Titans, like the original Teen Titans.
Starfire was based off of apparently the George Perez's wife, a Hispanic porn actress, a stripper, and Red Sonja.
Those are the best girls.
Oh, Gundam showed up, bro. What's up?
I just like walked right in. I figured there'd be better security.
No, I gave you
the podcast a bit.
I gave you the role, so you're good to come in whenever.
Oh, and here I thought I was like a legendary stalker.
Oh, bro. No, but
where the hell's Poe?
I'm right here. I'm.
Oh,
yeah.
Like these little green lights.
Like, who did you think you were talking to?
I had no idea. I thought it was Poe's underling.
Oh my god. I'm my own underling.
I'm Poe's underling.
I mean, you're under me.
Poe has the worst Twitter in human history.
First of all, that's not true. I had a very good friend called Oh No.
Gundam's already based.
I had a good friend called Oh No whose Twitter was way worse than mine, okay? That guy would post some.
You're a fucking liar, Poe.
First of all, Amy,
your Twitter is pretty racy. Your Twitter's pretty racy, Poe.
He posts shit that makes you like just rethink life.
Okay, you know what? The funny thing is,
okay, if you think Poe's Twitter is like racy, you should see my Twitter.
Okay.
It's literally racism, the movie.
No, your Twitter.
No, that's as far as I'm going.
Amy, your Twitter is just horny and weird.
No, my Twitter is horny, Nazi flag, horny, and then more Nazi flag.
Look,
Can you even post this on YouTube?
Maybe.
Yes.
Like
my Twitter's pretty bad. Like I have a pretty
video got
bad Twitter.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the Chris Chan video got monetized, and there's just 10 minutes of Chris Chan talking about fucking his mother. So yeah.
God, that
made me sad.
Look, the thing is, I have made I have made Andy Worski on 5 different occasions stop being on Twitter and go back to work. And I consider that pretty impressive considering Andy
I remember when
Worski.
you made Stone Toss recoil in actual fear.
Oh yeah, Stone Toss has unfollowed me twice because he's like, dude, you're a lot. Like I'm like, come on, really? Am I that bad?
You're pretty
Nah,
bad,
like-
Poe. I
Poe
live
is
in the
Poe, I'm
darkness,
smaller Poe.
but you are pretty bad, bro. I post a lot of not great. Well, for a while I was posting not great stuff, and
Look,
you just beat me out.
I
You just
can't-
beat me out. I was like, I can't beat him. He's better than me.
I can't help.
Here's
I
a
just
screen cap.
it's
He
whatever I
drove
find
an hour
funny.
and 30 minutes for this. I'm seeing a white woman be fondled by a black dude while they're stepping on some guy's back.
Yeah,
I can only imagine the OnlyFans shit going on here.
Yeah. You know what? Of like, if you're gonna make it, considering OnlyFans offers more freedom than porn, if you're gonna make cuck porn, like, would someone should do a video of like a dude having to be used as a table while a woman is fucked on top of him? That would be
I
that would
can't
be.
be a part of that. I can't be a part of that.
He's
Look,
already
that's
giving
just too much.
ideas.
I'm just saying that
It'll
seems
be
like
his next
too
tweet.
much.
I'm just saying that seems like a very, if you're gonna do cuck porn, you might as well go all the way with it.
These thoughts, they don't enter a normal person's mind.
Look, no, I
Poe
think
is not a normal person.
first of all, I am very normal.
Every time you talk about that, the sun gets a little darker.
What?
Every time you bring up, the sun gets a little bit darker, and it's getting to the point where I'm noticing it's almost nighttime.
You know what?
It's
I'm-
12 in the afternoon. It's almost nighttime.
I feel like
where
am I
bro.
being
You gotta
blamed?
Calm down.
Am I being blamed for global warming right now?
No, you're being
No.
warned for darkening, global darkening.
Global darkening.
I think
Global
like it's been going
darkening.
on. It's Poe's created a Twitter career out of it.
Look, I just post whatever I find funny, and
How do you find this shit? That's my question.
I mean, I see it all over. Like,
How do
there's
you
a
find it? And how do you find it funny?
there's like,
Well, there are some that is funny.
like I'm just all over the place, and like I see stuff all over the place, and it's like, wow, this is hilarious.
Like
And-
if you hang out in a crack den, you're definitely gonna find a pipe. That's just all I'm saying.
That's true.
If
That's
the gun
very
of
true.
Twitter and YouTube is just boomer depression, shut the fuck up. Honestly, it's not even boomer depression. It's just depression.
It's depression.
Ugh, look, all I'm
Like
saying,
I watch a lot of it got to the point where I just started watching. Like yesterday, I was at my girlfriend's house. Okay, so I guess we're done talking about Suicide Squad.
I mean,
was
pretty
my
much,
final closing.
pretty much.
In my closing comment, I guess, for the podcast. I was at my girlfriend's house, and her little brother was like, "Dude, you tweeted a video of some guy getting beat up in McDonald's," because of course I post junk like that.
Mhm.
And then he was like, "Bro, I followed the rabbit hole, and I ended up watching videos of people fighting all the time. And there was one fight where one kid at the skate park pushed another kid, and literally it was like zombies jumping on this kid. They were beating the shit. I've never seen someone reach maximum whelm. He was at maximum whelm. Like,
Oh my
there's
God.
whelm, there's overwhelm, and then there's max whelm. That kid was on max whelm. They were kicking him, they were stomping him. One kid was jumping on top of him like it was a fucking bed.
Yeah.
And I was
This
just like,
is why you don't go
bro,
to the
what?
skate park. All the fucking
No,
stupid skater white boys will just jump you if you fight one
One guy
person.
was
Look.
pogo sticking him, bro. I was like, this can't
like
be.
the fucking
No.
hive mind.
have you guys ever seen the one that was in a high school where like this girl like was beating on this guy, and then like the dude pushes her away, and then he gets mobbed by every dude in the courtyard?
Even though he was just defending, I saw that one. I was like, he was kind of just defending himself.
Those
What?
videos happen so many times. You need more explanations to
True.
which one that was.
True.
I saw a video of a girl in Russia. I'm sorry.
That-
Sitting in a basket and feeding it to kittens. It was wild.
Wait, what?
No, it
wait,
was-
wait.
Talking about the Russian streamer who streamed his dead girlfriend. I was
No,
like,
I'm
Wait,
not
what?
talking about
Remember that.
anything. Okay, I'm not talking about that. You know, somehow what I'm saying is less fucked than everything you guys brought up. But but there was a video of this Russian girl who was lighting a cigarette, and a guy blew the cigarette out, and she threw the cigarette at him, and a guy just socked her. And all I wanted to do was like, yo, Russian women can't expect to be treated like men. You gotta understand. Russian women are just gonna get hit like men are gonna get hit, because it's Russia and they fight bears. They can't distinguish. A human is just that anyone could get it in Russia. It's just anyone can be a victim of getting punched in your mouth.
You know what?
The trash can.
Best case
punched.
scenario is
the
a punch
beer
in the
can
mouth.
punched.
Okay, look.
Mom, fuck.
Okay.
You know?
Wait. Okay. What was
Everyone
that last
gets
one?
in Russia.
Okay. Look. All I'm saying is that I feel that you guys are over exaggerating how bad my Twitter is. I feel like people over exaggerate.
Oh, we are not.
You keep getting banned.
over-exaggerating.
You know what? Let me explain. I got banned the first time because I was literally calling out pedophiles. Like, I'm not talking about like people. Yeah, I was literally. There was a guy who was literally selling it on Twitter and posting videos to lure people in. Like, hey, you want to buy? I'm like, hey, dude, this is. Why is your dick out on the street? His dick was out on New York on Times Square. That's what he was doing, the equivalent. And I'm like,
and then Twitter comes in and completely smacks Poe in the face and says,
like,
go
literally
back to posting girls masturbating in the middle of Cancun, Mexico, asshole.
First of all, that was Florida. That was Jackson, like maybe Malibu, who knows. But anyway, like the guy literally, this was October 2020. He was full on posting it, like just on his TL, like, and like saying, if you want to buy it, here's the link to my Kick to send me money or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I thought I was like seeing something fake. Like, what's going on here? How are you doing this? How is Twitter not like stabbed you in the throat? And then I kept like, I said, hey, get this guy off Twitter. I reported him to like FBI, and like I went on the FBI website and posted the links that he had posted on Twitter. And I was like, get this guy or something. And I tried to get
one of these days, Twitter's gonna get fucking fucked by the feds.
And
I doubt it.
So
I doubt it. Yeah, they're chilling too much.
And then like,
because if they eliminate all the surface bullshit, they'll be fine, and that's all you got to do.
And a few months later, I got suspended.
The weebs.
A few months later, I got suspended for those sets of tweets of going after him.
You got banned for saying gas the weebs?
And then
yeah, but I guess child porn is fine though.
You know, that's not good either. But
I don't get it. You know? How can you get banned for such minute things? I feel like terrible shit in my account's fine.
Like my second account got banned because of Nick Akato's butthole. He did.
Oh no, you did not post that shit.
I posted several of those. Like, okay, the thing is, like,
I feel sick.
I posted his butt singing, like doing that wombo thing. I posted his dick with the wombo thing. I quote tweeted someone who posted a video of him, and then like the funny thing is, I also got DMCA'd for the quote tweet of someone else tweeting something.
You guys are worse than me. That's crazy. I thought
I actually remember that.
I thought I was a villain.
Why.
I thought I was someone who existed in the shadows, that in the fringe of society. But you guys are worse than I am, and that's crazy because I thought I was bad. I thought I was like, oh, I'm clearly just the worst kind of person. I post videos of I was a live leak. Regular, like I would regular live leak, like maybe in 2017.
The fun thing is, like, I didn't really go to live leak much because they didn't organize things the way I like. Yeah. Okay, first of all, let's calm down. I'm not saying that. It just didn't organize things the way I liked. So I would go to like more obscure websites. I would also dally about on 4chan occasionally.
Like Hoodville. Oh God, man.
No
that website.
Like
it's just the worst.
The funny thing is, like, my family told me never to show them videos because, like, I was just like chilling. Reasonable. I was chilling on my phone once in like 2015, and like I was like, oh look at this 4-year-old terrorist shoot this guy to death, and I showed it to my mom. She was like, why would you show me that? And she kept looking, but she was like, why would you show me that? She watched the video like 3 times.
Beat the shit out of you for that.
She watched the video several times, but she was like, don't show people that nonsense.
I remember when you got DMCA'd off that quote tweet. I had to help you get your account back because you got fucking anal raped by the DMCA.
Oh my! And like
I've never had to worry about that. And I post pretty bad
stuff. For me to get that account back, and you got it banned anyways. So thanks a lot.
I'm sorry, Amy. You did a great job, by the way. No, but
What
look.
was where I discovered a woman putting menthols in her asshole and
Ah,
then
yeah.
pouring
Oh my
Dr.
God.
Pepper in there or
Yes.
something?
Yes.
I can't believe
Look,
that.
look. To be fair, you have to give her props because she is giving people their money's worth.
I guess so. Like I
That
had to watch it
video-
like
that
2
video-
times over.
That video is so
Just for
funny
the
because
look of pain.
you can tell she realized how dumb that idea was.
Like,
right in
look,
the middle
at
of
the
it.
very end, there's this like squelching noise, and you know her insides are just. She is going to be. Her bowels are going to be very clear. You know that.
Best
You-
case scenario.
you could see in her face is like, I can't believe I just did that. And whoever was filming it was like, this dumb bitch.
It was
Just
their
did
boyfriend.
this.
He's
No,
probably like, "Oh, honey, we're going to Cancun after this
Oh,
video."
well, yeah. Look, to be honest, like Live Leak and Forge, like I learned so
Remember
much.
when Poe posted the fucking cheese grater pussy and everybody on
Oh,
Twitter about
no.
nearly
What the
fuck
killed
is that?
themselves over it?
Dude, even I commented on like, bro, you gotta calm down, man.
Like,
Explain this
Poe
to
you
me.
gotta
down
chill out,
tremendous
dude.
going to
You gotta
Live Leak
chill
looking
out,
for cheese
bro.
grater pussy video.
I remember.
Explain.
Look. I remember the sand in the pussy video, and I was like, you know what? I wonder what went through her mind that she would just take sand and pour it in her pussy, just you know that's gotta hurt.
I remember when Poe posted the Caitlyn Bennett shitting herself picture, and I just
Honestly, the funny thing is that's not even her. I found out after the fact that's not even her. That's just somebody else. But like the internet just was gonna roll with it.
the thing is, it looks so much like her.
It
that it's
does.
just-
It does.
Yeah, it's like almost a look-alike.
No, I literally have
Can't
had
really
one of her.
tell.
I had one of her friends, or like a friend of her husband on the show like a while ago. He was like, "Yeah, that's not her,"
Oh my god.
but like no one cares that it's
The
not
fact
her.
that you said,
Ow!
"Oh, it's a friend of her friend's husband," said it's not her. That makes me inclined to believe it actually is her. She's trying to cover it up.
No.
Why did I Google this shit?
What?
That's your own damn fault.
That's
Goddamn.
literally, I didn't even do
You
that.
Nigga,
You
what is
walked
wrong
into
with
that.
you?
I was like,
Why
what
would
could
I
they
Google
possibly
this
do with
shit?
the cheese grater? And boy, was I not expecting any of this.
You walked
Um,
into the darkness. That's
Oh
your fault.
my
I can't feel bad
God.
for you.
Why would
Maybe
you
they
do
were,
that?
like putting cheese on top of her. That doesn't sound too bad. I was
Nope.
way off.
No, she's
Cheese on
literally
top of her.
she's grading
Gundam,
her
in what
vagina,
universe do you
bro.
think cheese grater pussy was just putting cheese on her? Like,
Well,
at
there are
all?
people who like to eat like stuff off of naked people. That's where I thought we were going with this, but it's
I
just
mean,
a
look.
much darker
So if I
scenario.
Look,
told
look,
you,
You're
look.
foolish and wrong.
so
You're
if I
wrong
told you
and
two
foolish.
girls, one cup, you would just go Google it, assuming that it
no,
would
I
just
would
be
not
two girls
Google
eating
that.
out of
That-
a cup.
Wait, so
I honest to God thought when that first happened, because I Googled it on YouTube,
no, I
and
think
it was like these
And YouTube.
strippers.
Back when
There's
you could watch
strippers
two
eating-
girls, one cup on YouTube.
no. Look, the funny thing is, I saw that when I was in middle school, and I was able to sit through the whole thing.
Yeah, not
Oh,
me.
you are a
You-
different
you-
breed of what the
Look,
fuck.
I
bro.
saw that. I saw that when I'm 20. I'm 27 now, so I saw that maybe when I was in like an 8th grader
Mhm.
or 9th grader, and I was like, this is just really disgusting. This is really disgusting. But then I saw freaking the Mr. Hands thing, and I was like, yo, I laughed.
What?
That was one of the first. That was one of the first
Mr.
times I
Hands?
laughed. I laughed because I was really sad.
You laugh?
That was the first time I
I've never
laughed
heard of
because I was
that.
really sad. Because I was just like, what possessed him to think that was okay? Like, some people, I'm not saying people deserve to die, but I'm saying like nature finds a way to weed out those who just aren't exactly
Darwinism.
fit to stay here. And that was pretty much
Darwinism.
the Pompeii of his life, where it was just like, I'm
Look.
gonna let this horse fuck me, and then I die a few days later because a horse put his dick inside my body.
Look, all I'm saying is
that guy
there
was local.
there are so many people. There are so many people that I have seen who, like, there were some people who didn't even like what happened to them wasn't even their fault, but the situation they were in, and I'm like, it's your fault for. Like, if you're in a car and you just let a random woman play with a gun right next to your head, I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
Like,
remember when Poe posted the Chinese man falling on the post outside and it just like went through his whole body.
Bro, I saw that, and I saw that, and I literally had to go to bed. You ever seen?
Sorry, what a
Have you-
hell of
have
a
you-
way to die.
Have you seen the video of the guy? This is about Suicide Squad. Okay.
I've had too much internet today. I'm going to bed.
I'm so sorry about this transforming from. Well, it might have some commonality. Suicide Squad talking about the fragility of mortality.
Yes.
But there's a video of this guy. This is the saddest I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is when this video put me off of Lively, and I was just like, I can't watch stuff like this anymore because I think I grew my heart back.
You
But
grew your heart.
This guy, like, he
Grinch Sweeney.
Yeah, Sweeney died and Kingston was reborn again, and I was like, oh my god, it's been so long. I've been in the dark. But
okay, continue.
But it was a video of this guy who was like, he recorded himself on Facebook, and he was really down. It's like he was talking about how his girlfriend cheated on him and how he lost his job, and it was really, really, really sad. And he was like, you know what, fuck it. And he took a shotgun and he blew his head off.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Well, that took a turn.
I remember that one.
Go get up and get the world by the balls.
Yeah,
I'm getting
remember
another
that one.
job. I'm gonna help the poor.
Immortal Death God just
that.
asked, did y'all talk about Peacemaker? Yeah, trust me, we talked about Peacemaker.
So what made that funny for me is that right after he killed himself, first of all, his head looked like a cherry pie that got smashed. It was in disrepair.
That's usually what shotguns do.
And the dog walked in, like his dog walked in, like, hey, what's going on here, man? Like the dog walked in because it heard a loud noise. I went to check on his person. He was like, yo, dude, you all right? And his head was just open. It looked like someone bashed in a watermelon, but kind of left it somewhat intact.
Yeah,
it was
I remember. I remember
and
that.
And then right after the cops came in, maybe a few minutes later, and it's like, damn, dude.
No, I understand. Like, there's one video that I've never posted because I feel like people would be really, really, really sad about. And this guy was in a car accident, and somehow I don't know how. Like the car still looked mostly intact, like but his entire face it peeled off and was just hanging. But if you imagine if you open a door, his face was the door.
Was that the one where he didn't die and he was just pacing around after he shot himself?
No, this guy was in a car accident, and his head he was hanging out of the car window, and his face was like a door, just hanging off his face, like just like that.
Dude,
that's how
it's like I see stuff like that, and it gets me so anxious to be alive sometimes.
Yeah,
because shit like that just happens. You can't stop that from happening. That's just like, oh, look at that. There was this random piece of metal in the street and someone drove over and blam, your head got cut off.
No, look.
And now you're fucking a headless horseman running around trying to get help.
Look,
and it's just like that, it just bothers me to my core because I don't want to go outside when I see shit like that.
I understand. Look, when I was 16, my mom sent me to Nigeria to teach me a lesson, because I was not doing well in school. I didn't really care about school. Like, this high school is pointless. It's stupid. I could just go to college and be fine. And so she decided, if you go to Nigeria for a year, you'll understand your blessings. I'm like, I understand my blessings. You're just... So anyway, I was there, and in the first month, I was just chilling outside, just enjoying a snack while coming home from school. And I literally, a Big Mac truck full on tipped over in traffic and crushed a bunch of people and cars walking under it. And I was like, oh, well, that happened. I saw it happening. No one else seemed to notice what was about to happen. But
every time you say shit like this, Poe, I am more and more concerned about the world.
Anyway, I was like, how did none of you see that coming? And I was like, and anyway, I just ate my food, drank my drink, and went home and told my dad when he got home. And then a few weeks to a month later, I saw some people get killed by a bull, just gored and stepped on. I was like, wow. You really did not see this coming. I saw it coming. And
this is in Nigeria?
This is in Nigeria. And,
that makes sense.
And it's because of stuff like that I have this attitude about... I have this... Shut up. I have this attitude...
Send the boy to Nigeria so he counts his blessings, comes back desensitized like a soldier of war.
No, I did not freak out when this stuff happened. But it's stuff like this that made me I think it didn't give me this attitude, but it helped it. I just realized, hey, I could literally die right now. Why don't I just be happy? And I'm always kind of like content, you know?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like I've
Who
been
would win, a
conditioned to
World
seek
War
out
II
cringe.
veteran who survived Omaha, or a nigga just raised in fucking Nigeria?
Like
For
no,
me,
like
it's the idea like I seen like fuck things, but like I wasn't completely consumed by it. But what happened for me was that like I couldn't believe how easily you could die. Like it was just something about it. I was like, what the fuck? You could just like so I was on Ebon like I do when I first found out about Ebon's World, I spent like
Oh
probably
wow.
like a half day on that website
mm,
just watching like people falling into the abyss, and then you hear a plop sound and that's their body exploding. I've seen like people get hit by cars. I saw a video of a guy get hit by a bus and he turned into fucking mist. Like his skin, it looked like have you guys ever seen Dragon Ball Super?
Of
I
course.
have, yes,
You
yes.
know when Goku turned Super Saiyan Blue, how pieces of his aura peel off him? His skin did that. His skin flaked off of him, and I was just like, "What is this?"
It's
And
like he
it made me, it stoned me to like stuff like that. It made me laugh because I was so shocked, and I probably should have been monitored while I was on the internet. But
Y'all
it
niggas
I-
don't
stoned
need
me.
internet access. That's what
You
I
guys
think.
just stayed on those sites. The second I found them, I just walked away like, okay, that's one crazy video. Time to go do something else.
No, it gave me a lot of like. Now I'm really calm most of the time, and I'm very good at reading
You're
situations.
desensitized.
I'm very good at reading situations. Like I'm like, oh, this guy's yelling a lot. I should probably leave this bodega. And then like, then 5 o'clock news, man shoots up entire bodega, and I'm like, I was there earlier, and I left because I could see it was coming.
Like no,
He
I
was
see. That's
about to
exactly
go
it.
Ultra
That's
Instinct and you
exactly
knew.
it. That's exactly it. I see. Like I have an idea of when these things are gonna happen, and like I just decide not to be in that location.
Yeah, you learn how to avoid
Look,
stuff,
like
and
let me
like
tell
it's
you,
not good per se, because like I have nightmares still. Like I still have nightmares of some of the fuck shit I've seen.
I've
and
never
that's
had a
definitely probably
nightmare.
gonna be there. I've definitely had fuck nightmares
You know what,
about really
Poe?
terrible shit.
You need to like shut up, my guy. You are a psychopath. at
No,
this
listen,
point.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
have
no, no, no,
nightmares.
no,
I
no.
watch people die. I grew up in Nigeria. Dude's literally a fucking soldier.
Listen. It's not like sure I've had dreams that like I guess from an outside perspective are bad.
I guess I've had dreams from an outside person.
Listen, but like they don't freak me out. They just kind of happen, and
They
then
don't freak me out.
oh my god, Amy, you
Man
got
gets impaled by a fucking pole. Me, whatever. Normal day in Nigeria.
Amy.
Freaking man jumps off building, turns into dolphin upon hitting the floor. Like it's just shit like that. Where I'm just like, I can't keep consuming this because
Children cry.
it is going to
You're
hurt
like,
me.
I can't keep consuming it. Pose like I must consume this.
No, it's just like
I'm going to continue
it all
being happy by
let
watching
me
this.
put it together. It all blends together. I don't really get anything from seeing it anymore. It's more so much I enjoy people suffering when they get to witness it.
Yeah, that
It's
doesn't
just
sound
like-
normal.
For me, it's just I can't do it. I can't keep up the energy to see people die so often. It's just like I have to help the world because I've seen so much death that I gotta help humans.
I mean, it just reminds me that I am very, very mortal. I'm just a bag of flesh and bone.
Yeah, but with potentially a soul. Like that's it. Like
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
special. I ain't shit. I ain't shit. Like if I get hit hard enough in the head with a fucking baseball, I'm gone. You know.
Yeah. And like baseball players throw baseballs really, really hard.
Yeah, if I'm pretty sure if another baseball clocks another one in the head, I'm pretty sure he's gone. He's gone to the abyss. Like he's in the void. That guy's that guy's trash. His brain is trash now.
I can tell everybody here is wonderful doing Christmas dinner.
Oh my god. Anyway, this is definitely
What
been
did you get in the box, little baby? Something that reminded me the abyss, the void. You know, you just get cracked in the skull. You're fucking gone, man.
It just
the socks
gone,
nice.
man.
Oh my god. You know what? This reminds me of the fact that like how do I put this? It is very interesting like just like you guys remember all the insult talk on Twitter today after like that guy did the shooting?
Wait, what's
shooting?
There was a shooting?
There's another one, I think. Yeah, but like there's been a lot
God.
of talk on about incels on Twitter, and like it just reminds me that like to be honest, like I'm just wondering how some people struggle so hard to like talk to or get girls when like it's not that hard, guys.
No, it's not.
It's not that hard for us because we understand how to do it. But there are other people who just can't do it, you know? Like some people I know people that get nervous answering the phone, you know?
Like my girlfriend literally says, "You scare me," but like she's still into me.
All right, so basically, you got to send more people to Nigeria. Gotcha. That's what we're saying.
they might die.
Like all the guys who can't get
No,
laid
also
go to Nigeria.
fun fact. I was
Train a Marine, send them to Nigeria.
a guy tried to kidnap me while I was in Nigeria, and I threatened to kill him if he did.
Mike, okay, why do they want to kidnap you?
Why?
What is the point of kidnapping
First of all,
I can
literally,
tell this boy's soul is broken. He could be a great guerrilla warfare leader.
no, like I was clearly American. I spoke like this. Look, I was 16 years old. I spoke like this. I had a brand new phone. I was wearing all American brands. My dad was out of the country on business, and he had paid this guy to take me to and from school. One day, he was not driving home, and I was like, "Hey, we passed where we're supposed to go to my house like 5 minutes ago. Where are we going?" He did not speak. So after like 5 more minutes, I was like, "Look, I will literally make both of us fall off this bike. I will get up first, and I will kill you." Because I was bigger than him and taller. And I said, I am bigger. I will get up first and I will end you. And he just like turned around and went home, and I never saw him again.
That easy,
Interesting.
man. Sometimes it's that
Poe
easy.
is the type of man to get flashbang and then strangle a child.
Wait,
That's
what?
That's just the Poe is the
What?
type of man to get flashbangs and then end up strangling a child.
Okay, but how does that correlate? Where does that? I don't see how the first
That
versus the
is
second.
you, Poe. It's not supposed to correlate.
Could you
at all.
imagine you get
There's no
flashbang
correlation.
and then the light wears off and your hands are around a kid's neck and you're like, what?
That's literally just Poe.
Sorry, little guy. I thought you were a rapist.
No, you didn't. You weren't choking anything.
I
From
thought
what
you
your
were
perspective,
kidnapping me.
from your perspective, your hands were on
Look,
the ground.
the guy was
And
gonna.
then it wears off and it's on someone's
Look,
neck.
the guy did not respond to my questions. I knew I was gonna get kidnapped. And then, look, if you make a threat to someone and they just turn around, you knew what they were gonna do to you.
That's true.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna give you little kisses.
Especially, he never showed up again. I had to pay for my own rides to school after that.
Jeez.
Oh.
This is about Suicide Squad, guys.
I mean, that guy might have killed
And
himself. Who
Tommy's
knows?
Suicide Squad was nowhere near as dark as this.
Oh my god. I do recommend never sending your kids to Nigeria, though.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I don't even want to send my kids to the hood if I have any.
Like, I don't know, send them
Don't
somewhere
send them
nice
there.
like Canada or, you know.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada is it's just fine. It's just a fine place. Canada
Yeah.
is a fine place. It's like fine. Like it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah, it's like colder in New York.
Yeah, it's like New York, but like way colder. The coldest
Yeah.
in Canada.
It's been just like almost 30 minutes of talking about non-suicide
Nothing.
squad stuff.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
I'm
we
learning
have
that
not
everyone here
we
has
have
walked
not-
the dark path.
we have not talked about Mongal at all. Like Mongal, oh. But anyway, look, it's almost been an hour 30 minutes. We've gone way past the 1 hour I thought we were gonna do.
Well, I mean, we had to extend because Gundam
I'm
just
sorry.
decided to randomly
had
pop in.
no idea how this show works. I'm like, this shows are probably like 5 because FNT is like 5-6 hours. It feels like.
Wait, 5-6 hours?
Honestly,
No.
we should make it like a 3-hour podcast.
Okay,
I was looking
one of
for
these days
food.
we will do.
There's
Ugh.
so many interesting shit that we can all just talk about. It's unreal.
You know what? The
By
funny thing is,
interesting, I mean literally Poe getting flashbangs.
no, the fun
And
there,
strangling
there's
children. Yes.
there's actually one
There's a
story.
slogan.
There's actually
That's
one
insane.
story about this very hilarious to me. That someone just says Poe has danger sense. Look, there was one time where like there was this girl. She was a witch. I didn't find out till later. But
Poe had
but
Instead of Spidey
Poe
sense,
is now
nigga
crossed
sense.
into the Lord of the Rings.
listen, like I used to know her in high school. Like I met her last year. I helped her take some groceries. She asked if she could.
Was she hot?
I mean, she was like, she was pretty hot. She was like taller than me. Like,
Calm down, Fluffy.
she was taller than me. She had like
Stop.
multicolored hair. She was a black girl, of course. So like I went to her place like 5-10 minutes away, helped her with her groceries. She was like, "Hey, you want to come to my come inside, like get a drink?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, why not?" And then she like led me to her basement, and like her room was in the basement, and it was like there was only like one area with light, and like she cut off that light, and then like she had like a whole snake tank, and then like weapons all over the wall, and it was very, very dark. And I all of a sudden I had this like feeling in my back, like just going down like this is exactly how, like, no one knows where I am. She knows that no one knows where I am. If I were to die, this would be the location it would happen. So I was like, hey, I was like, hey, you know what? I think I got something to do. So I just dipped. And like I tweeted about that, and people were like, oh, you like, how are you gonna say that you can handle stuff when you dipped out of like like what was definite sex? I'm like, first of all, that is
You don't know if
exact.
it's definite sex.
I mean, look, it was pretty much definite, but I'm like, that is exactly the situation I would envision myself getting murdered in. Like, I'm just gonna say this: that is not where I want to die.
Look. This is what I have to say. Okay, this is what I have to say. Right, I'm not a connoisseur of sex, but I've had definitely more than enough, and it's not worth
dying.
Like, you can see, like, if let's say I was single, void of my girlfriend, and I went to some girl's house, and as soon as I get in the house, she leads me to a basement. I'm not going down there.
Like it was a like
I'm not
it was
to
a basement with
it.
like only one room. Like there was one room that had like a weird shaky blue light, and then she cut that off, and then there was like barely any light in the room, but I could still see the weapons, and there was like a sword just right by her bed.
Yeah, that's like, there may be sex there, but also there may be death.
Exactly.
So I'm
In
like,
all
you know
fairness,
what? Like,
I
it's
have
not
swords
weird.
by my bed and guns.
I have a katana. You know, I have a freaking like boken by my bed, but like my room is well lit. I live with other people. I'm not bringing you to a basement. Like you gotta be smart.
Nobody else lived there. Like the upstairs was empty. There was no furniture in the living room. There was like socks on the living room floor and like newspaper wrappers, but apparently everything upstairs was empty, but she just still chose to live in the basement.
Yeah, that's some fucking paranormal activity.
That's what made me realize, hey, I'm gonna die here if I nut and then all of a sudden I'm like relaxed. This is where I'm gonna die.
You gotta be like a spider. You gotta nut and then roll off her and run, dude. That's how you do it on National Geographic.
Shut up.
You see, Poe, you're not dumb. You're smart. You're a liver. That's it. A lot of people are not. A lot of people are so horny they're willing to die to be horny, and that is the saddest thing ever. That is the saddest existence I can ever believe in. Because like, you shouldn't be willing to risk your life just to get some puss. That is
so
bad.
basically,
Like,
Christian is what you're saying.
Like, I know witches. I know
All
plenty
right.
of hot witches.
Bros his whole life.
I'm out.
All of Christian's
Okay.
issues came from being horny.
Okay,
I'm gonna
this
leave chat now.
this
I
was
think
this
I'm
was
done.
this was very fun. This was a very
Good
fun
night, sir.
podcast. Thank you, Tom, for being here. Thank you, Gundam, for showing up. Thank you,
worries.
Anna, and thank you, Amy. Have a great day, everyone, and hopefully we can do this again with a much more sane
Do
podcast.
it again.
In a much more sane podcast next time. Thank you.
The
Christ.
podcast. That's the point of the podcast. It's always insane.
Good night.
What people want.
Or good afternoon.